see everybody talking like they doing what we doing, but these brothers is rare and they ain't moving like we moving. And everywhere we go, when we walking, women choosing. Don't hate, it's alright. So don't hate, it's alright. So don't hate.
Elephant tusk, while you all on the drum like you ready to. I ain't playing, man, this time it's enough, and we ain't talking the same.
Hey.
So you a beast in these streets.
Hey.
Young, go and check my receipts, man.
What you mean?
Black big code, self-evident.
Shout out to
Keep
Dibble.
it real, no fraud.
AKA King Cole.
Came like a man,
Hey.
just trace elements.
Hey.
Cut ties, can't take a deficit. When you come around, best watch your etiquette, or end up a stain on the sheets.
All right. Hello, and welcome again, good people, to Is It Wednesday Yet podcast, episode 2. We made it, you guys. Again, I'm your host, Adrienne Shawan, a.k.a. AC, a.k.a. That Girl, a.k.a. the hostess with the mostest. And we want to thank you again for joining us today. We so appreciate you being here. Again, just to remind you what this podcast is all about. This is a platform that is a fun, safe place where we discuss a variety of different topics, everything from love and relationships, friends, family, business, hustle, anything that you can think of and everything in between. So remember that you can always join the conversations by leaving comments in our comment session. We will be grabbing those comments and commenting and responding to them throughout the show. So feel free to participate. Your participation helps us grow so we can continue to bring you dope ass content for time to come. Okay? So again, thank you for being here today. And without further ado, let's go ahead and shout out these amazing co-hosts of mine, Mr. Knox. Go ahead and tell us about yourself.
Yo. Is it Wednesday yet? We back in the building. Thank you for everybody who's watching. Shout out to BS3 Network for having us. If you was here last week, we hope to keep the same thing going. And I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna swing it on to my main man, the Butler.
All right. Yeah, Knox City just said it. I call him Knox City, everybody.
Yeah.
Is it Wednesday yet? Yes, it is. And I'll be honest, I'm kind of glad that it's Wednesday. It's always good energy with these two. And I need it right now. So I'm really excited. Definitely to all the viewers, anybody who, if you're going to be commenting, we need that from you. So we definitely want you to get involved, give us some feedback on what's going on. Also, make sure that you give StreamYard permission to show your name so we can address you properly. Well, I like to anyway. That's why I address it. But as they said, I'm Butler, aka Cullinan, aka the Atlantic, because I'm toe cold, deep and choppy, aka Cullinan, because I'm the biggest diamond ever found on land, and ain't nothing nobody can do about it. I'm a black man. I tell you what, I've been through a lot. I've overcome a lot to be where I am. And that has been impressive to some people that I'm impressed with. So they feel like I have a bit of value in my perspective and what I talk about. And that's a little bit of plug on tomorrow at 8:30. Perspective, look it up. You'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, that's me introducing myself. I'm going to say what I want to say. Yeah, I said it. And that's what I meant. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Thank you all for being here. Before we get started, let's go ahead and look at some of these comments. The people coming in, thank you so much. Let's start with Mr. Ben. You know who this is. This is the man. Ben. Thank you, Mr. BS3 himself, for having us. Yeah. His comment says you can support BS3 Network by sending stars. Stars help us earn money to continue building the network. Thank you. Butler, explain a little bit more about those stars and how those work.
Oh, yeah. Well, they give you the option to kind of give stars if you hear some good content, and it goes as far as contributing, some small financial blessings and sprinkling a little stardust over the BS3 network. And I like to tell you that's good seed sown. I know been around Ben, had the luxury of spending time with Ben. And this network in itself and what comprises of it, man, is awesome people. So it's not a money grab. It's really an effort to impact, to spread, give voice to to those that, you know, look like us, sound like us, feel like us, and have been through
Yeah.
what we have been through. And that's more important than you really think. And they're not just, this ain't just some mom and pop, man. They be doing some big things. I'm like, say, man, what are y'all doing up at, y'all announcing the stars and interviewing national individuals? So they doing big
Yes.
things. So BS3 Network is worth supporting in that way.
So shout out to Ben. Next comment. Timmy Cobb's Fitness Showtime. It sure is Timmy Cobb's Fitness. And Timmy Cobbs, you one of our sponsors for the day. We want to thank you for being here on the show with us and showing your support and your partnership.
Shout out.
Shout out to Timmy Cobb's Fitness.
Appreciate that.
All right. We have Amaria Chanel.
Hey.
Hey, baby girl. That's my baby girl. That's my mini me. Hey, baby.
Okay.
That is her mini me too.
That's my mini. Timmy claps with the hand claps. I think those hand claps, huh?
Them look like hand claps.
Okay.
So what's on the agenda for today? What we doing today?
Today we are talking about something very fun. I think that everyone will enjoy. Today's menu, we are talking about the craziest thing you have ever experienced on a date. Craziest thing you've ever experienced on a date. Scott, you already laughing, so I feel like you already got something to say, huh?
I mean,
something to say about it.
I'm sure I have more than one thing that I can go, but I'm gonna go with one that is probably the most shocking thing that this made me leave a date. I left a date. First, one and only time. I've never done it again, but I did do it on this day. It's probably about 15 years ago, maybe 15, 16 years ago. I was in my mid-20s. I was a young Thundercat. And I was out on a first date. And it was somebody who, you know, I worked in the mall. They worked in the mall. I thought she was all right. You know what I'm saying? But I realized when I got there, I could see like, so there's one thing that I despise, right? There's one thing I despise. And please don't jump on me, black women, when I say this, but I despise this. So there's one style that really bothers me, right? And it's the style where like women had their hair all the way slicked back. And then they got that ponytail that wraps and then falls down the back of their back. And the ponytail be a different color than the head on, you know what I'm saying, the color of their head, right? So like the ponytail be brown and their hair be black and it look really crazy, right? So I don't particularly care. I don't have an issue with weave or wigs or none of that. But if I can tell, if I can see it, it bothers me. Because that means you're not putting proper care into doing it. It does.
It bother me.
Like,
it bother me
so
too.
like, for example, I hate when I can see the glue on eyelashes. It drives me up the wall. Like it's hard for me to, it's crazy. It's just, it drives me crazy. But so I'm on this date and I don't know how we got into the conversation or how it even went there, but somehow she told me that she was dating this guy that was around her age. And then like, at the same time, she also was sleeping with his uncle. This is a true story. This really happened.
But she told you this. Was it a first date?
I didn't mean to snort on the mic.
It was the first and only date. Like, it was the first and only date.
So you completed the date?
No, bro. I left. So I did act like I was going to the bathroom. She should have been alarmed. I took my coat. It was winter.
She should have known.
She should have put two and two together. I don't know how long it lasted. I can't tell you, but I couldn't.
Jeff,
do it.
What's up, buddy? That's my
partner.
Now
I wouldn't have done it if I would have picked her up, but she drove her own spot. So I was like, yo, you can get home. This cool. I could do without this. So that's my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, that would have been I'm surprised you didn't explore that more. Like, okay, so how did that? What was the differences in the age?
No, listen.
When somebody start telling they
how did you
know.
How did you come? When did you find out that it was a nephew, uncle?
See, here's the problem. You know? I don't care. Right? Like I don't care.
All right.
Here's why I don't care. If for any reason I would have had the experience where like I slept with somebody and they auntie, I can't imagine why I would give that information out on the first date.
Tiff, hey Tiff.
Well, shit, I mean,
Lexi.
All you can do is say thank you. I appreciate that. I want you to be open and honest as you want to be, so I can make the decisions.
So you would have finished the date? You would have finished
No,
the date?
I didn't say all of that. I just said I like the fact that they're opening up. I have experiences that totally top that one.
Hey Nita.
But it wasn't on a date. So I'm gonna keep it within the spectrum of what we're talking about. But I found out something that was similar in that. I was like, man, you might as well just pull the tree up by the roots and go plant it in your yard. I mean, it was, but anyway. So but I'm ladies first. I'll let Shawan.
Okay.
Mine is because mine ain't.
Oh, that was
mine
smooth.
ain't
That
really
was smooth, Butler. That was real smooth.
Really that heavy.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
In the Barry White voice, ladies first.
Ladies
Shawan,
first.
go ahead.
That's in the Butler Black voice. That's Butler Black.
Butler Black. Is that like Uber Back? Is that like you get extra big Butler? Does extra big Butler show up on Butler Black?
Oh yeah, man. It's always extra with Butler. That's extremely. Hey, in college, man, I had one of the linebackers. He said, "Man, I'm just gonna call you Extremely Butler." So I had
Extremely
a shirt.
Butler.
Yeah, and it had Extremely Butler on it, and I forget what his name. He was one of those announcers. This is back in the early 90s. We playing Georgia, and so the media will come and talk to you or whatever. And he saw my shirt. He said, "What does that mean?" I said, "It means it's open for interpretation." And he announced this during the game. When he was like, "Yeah, I had made a play or whatever," and he says, "Yeah, I seen him and we were talking, and you know how they do." He said he had a shirt on and it said Extremely Butler. And I asked him what it mean, but he just said it was open for interpretation. I don't know what it means. I was like, he could have said something better than that. He made it sound like it was ridiculous. But nevertheless, go ahead, Shawan. I had to just share that.
Hey, wait. Somebody said I was at the movies with a guy and he passed gas. Yo.
That sound like regular body function.
That's embarrassing though. Like a first date. Yeah.
I mean,
because it's quiet too.
Listen, if the person whoever said is saying they heard
don't know, was it loud? Did they confirm this with you? Did they lean over? How do you have proof? Because if you just smell something, it could have been any one of those people there.
No, when somebody passed gas right next to you.
So what you're saying, Butler, is if you on a date, if you on a date and you smell gas and you ain't do it, you ain't gonna address it?
Well, I am one to address things, so it won't go. I might, y'all know I don't know, man. It depends on the circumstance. I don't have one universal way of striking something in that type of circumstance, right?
So you gonna hold your nose?
No, I didn't been in close proximity where somebody let one go and they trying to act like they didn't. I mean, move out of the space if I got room to move. If we in a confined space and they knew better, I'm like, you wrong for that. I'll just say it like, you wrong for that. That's all I could do, What else you gonna do?
Listen, you know what they say? If you smelt it, you dealt it. So you can't say nothing.
Man, first of all, that shit expired.
They can keep
like
that lie.
Third grade.
Man,
now you cannot
whatever. They can keep
you
that
sound
crazy.
crazy.
So you just go subjectively put that on me because you don't want to.
Listen.
If I'm around somebody,
a grown person would even say
that. And I know I ain't do it, I know they did it. So I probably am not gonna even say nothing. I'm just gonna be like,
just frown. You know what I'm saying? Give them that nonverbal. You wrong for that.
So let me get to this story. I got a couple. I have a recent date.
I got a couple.
But
I think I want to go. Hey, the struggles of a pretty woman. I got a couple.
Listen.
Wait. Let me see. Yeah. No, that's just a couple she picking out of the
exactly.
The craziest one though. The craziest one happened years ago. But I went to dinner with this guy, right? And we had dinner, and we literally sitting there, and his phone just started vibrating, right? So he looking at his phone and he like, you could tell he like irritated. I'm like, is everything okay? And he like, man, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. So he excused himself from the table. He goes to another area in the restaurant, right? So I'm just sitting there like, okay. All of a sudden, I'm kind of hearing like elevated voice, like somebody yelling. I'm like, I know this nigga is not yelling on the phone. Oh, yeah. Sure as shit, I see the nigga walk out the restaurant outside, going crazy on his phone, right? Like going crazy. I'm like, what the? So I get up, I go to the bathroom. I'm like, dude, I'm finna hit it. I'm finna leave. And so as soon as I come out the bathroom, he coming back into the restaurant. He like, oh, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I don't even want to put you in my business, but man, my baby mama tripping, man. My baby mama tripping. She calling me saying this and that and that and this. I'm like, oh, you know what? You know, it's probably not a good day. Like, let's just reschedule, right? Like, we should just reschedule, you know? And he like, no, it's cool. Like, we about to order or whatever. Like, we get a couple drinks to be straight. I'm like, no, let's just reschedule. So I hit it. I'm like, I'm gonna go. So I'm like, man, I gotta find out what was going on. Like, what was going on?
You wanted the tea? You so messy.
So,
why you so
messy? I went right because me and him follow each other on Facebook. This was years ago when I was on Facebook. Y'all know I ain't on Facebook now.
We know.
But I went to Facebook, went to his Facebook page, and I'm like, I know who his baby mama is because he posted pictures of his kid and like tagged her in to couple pictures. So I went to her page.
You'd already done some research. I got it.
No. Yeah, what kind of? It paid off, y'all.
Hey, wait, time out. Real smooth. No. Yeah, well, kinda. That was all one answer. I want y'all to highlight that, please. She said, no. Yeah, well, kinda.
Listen, y'all, if y'all watch last show episode, y'all already know that if I want to know something, I'm gonna find out. Period. Man, okay.
You gotta figure out
don't be acting surprised.
What frequency you beaming at? But go ahead.
So I go to his baby mama Facebook page. It's not private. I'm like, yeah, she going ham on Facebook. She going crazy about her baby daddy. She like, this nigga ain't shit. He was supposed to get his son today. The nigga didn't even show up. He didn't call. He didn't do nothing. He just stood up his own son. His son's waiting for him and he ain't show up. That's why he ain't show up. And I was just like, oh,
I'm
dusty,
special.
Crusty.
You felt special?
No, I felt like he was a crusty, dusty
Butler.
Crusty, dusty, disrespectful ass nigga. One thing I do not respect is a man who do not do what he's supposed to do for his children. Your kids come first, regardless of anything. So I was like, this nigga lame as hell. I can't believe this lame ass. Like, what?
He was out working on a
new situation.
He was out working on a good stepmother for his child.
Yes,
you can't be there and be out hunting for the.
I know that's right, Latoya.
Stepmama.
There you go.
I know that's right.
He couldn't.
Listen, don't, Latoya, do not egg this on. She crazy. The fact, listen, let me tell you something. This is the equivalent. Let me tell you what this is the equivalent. This is exactly what this is. This is like escaping the fire, but I need to go back and see who burned.
It's like knowing you need to turn away, but then you're gonna look back anyway.
But you gotta look anyway.
Gomorrah is burning, and you've been given instructions to just you get to escape. We've given you fair warning. You get to escape and move on. But just don't look back. You can't have
because it was so.
Let me go back to the table. I'm only going to do this for reconnaissance.
No, because it was just so abrupt. Wow. Like it was so wild. I knew it was something. I'm like, I gotta see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And then when I saw that, I was just like, oh no, I ain't never talking to him again. So when I did talk to him, of course, he was trying to like make it be like, oh no, it ain't even.
She said not stepmother though.
She tripping. Nah, you tripping, bro.
Hey, listen, he was plotting on a whole new step family. Y'all was gonna be included in that. You just didn't know you was ready.
You didn't know you was ready. Because obviously the other one, if she on Facebook talking about this, that's not how you approach it anyway. And he couldn't tell her, listen, I'm looking for a good mother, a model of mother for my son. I got work to do. I got work dude.
And I got a job, baby.
Yes, he couldn't be there and do that. I mean, he was gonna get some. He probably gonna order extra cheese sticks or save some.
I do not condone you. I do not condone you supporting the Dusty Daddies. Okay, no Dusty Daddies. Hashtag no Dusty Daddies. Okay,
I agree with you.
Listen. Hold on.
If I agree, if the purpose and the means were that I just totally flaked on my son or my daughter to go on a date, Dusty, crusty, whatever, all other negative adjectives and descriptive words you would like to use. However, I'm only posing that there could have been other motivating factors.
Listen to what I'm
saying.
What
he was trying to do.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what.
But I don't support that. I'm being funny, but I don't support that.
I'm gonna tell you what a wise man told me, Butler. There's three sides to every story: yours, mine, and what really happened. So you cannot go all the way. Now, there may be some truth to that, but we don't know. Now, as a woman, I'm sure you was like, oh, this all makes sense. Because if as a woman, I would act crazy too if this was a situation. But here's what I don't understand. And maybe Shawan.
No, get it now.
This is what I was gonna say. Shawan, maybe you can help me. And I'm not saying from personal experience, but I'm saying maybe you can help me like as a woman's perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Niecy, he was trying,
sis. He was trying to get me, but it wasn't working.
He's disconnected.
But this is what I'm saying, right? I think that usually you have to know the whole story because I don't understand why a woman would want to send her children with somebody who's avoiding them. Like that don't make no sense to me. Right? Like if your ex-husband or your baby daddy, whatever it is, doesn't want to spend time with his children, why would you send your kids over there? Like I'm never gonna send my kids to where I don't think they need to be. And if you are not making an effort to spend time with your children, then my children don't need to be with you.
Why try to force it? But that's the question. That's why he was out auditioning, trying to get a good motherly role model.
No, what it seemed like, what it seemed like is that
what was his response when you talked to him?
It's just from what I was seeing from her, it seemed like it was planned that he was supposed to pick up their child on this Friday. And he did not. He didn't show up at the time that he was supposed to show up. She was calling him. He was not answering the phone. So I think by the time the day happened, she was calling so much, she had no choice but to answer the phone. So it was like literally, he just was like, no, I'm not going to pick him up and I'm not even going to call you and let you know. He could have called her and lied and said something if it was that serious.
What make you think that he didn't?
Because she was on Facebook saying that when he did talk to her. Because she was saying like, and then he telling me he can't make it, and he can't tell me why. But why did you call me then?
Because it ain't none of her business why he can't make it.
See,
but you know what?
You cannot. Go ahead, Butler.
He could have texted earlier. Because I'm gonna tell you, he could have texted earlier and say, hey, I can't make it. And it could have been something she asked him to do, and he didn't. Now, and then to sum it all up, we just know that every angry baby mother never tells a lie on Facebook about her baby daddy. We know that just don't happen.
We know that happens, but when I was assessing the situation, it literally seemed like he ghosted.
He really did.
Her.
He really did
ghost her because when I asked him like what happened, he told me a whole nother story. He lied to me about the situation.
That sealed the deal.
So I was like, okay. He said, oh, his baby mom was tripping because she wanted him to
as soon as you say she's tripping.
It looked bad.
She wanted me to pick something up for him, and then I didn't do it. I told her I had plans. That's not what she was saying on Facebook. So I was like, he lying. Like he's lying. He's literally a Dusty Crusty that abandoned his child to come on a date.
But we're gonna address this on another show. We're gonna figure out why it was that how he get you out on a date, because your picker We're gonna talk about.
Again, that was a long time ago, and I knew him. I knew him from some time, so it was like,
okay,
you know, like give him a chance because I already knew him already, you know.
But
let's go to the comments. Miss Nisi says, "Mama wants a break, so if their dad is supposed to get them, it makes her angry when he decides to flake out."
That's what I'm saying.
Child.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I agree.
We're not knocking that. We just
1000%. She's right. What I'm saying is, once he does not show, right? Why are we still calling him?
Because you're mad now, shoot.
Well, but okay, let's talk about how you should handle your anger. Right? That's what I'm saying.
That's the whole question.
But here's the thing: like, she could have thought something happened to him. She could have thought something was wrong. Anything.
That's why she
think
was
about
on
it.
Facebook
Somebody's supposed to be somewhere, and then they
don't
show up.
That's why she was on Facebook slandering him.
She got on Facebook slandering after he answered the phone. It was talking and was yelling and screaming with her.
So that was his mistake. He never should have answered the phone.
He should have never answered the phone.
He should have just went back to his baby mama house with his clothes ripped. And been like, look, these niggas jumped on me. They took my phone. You know what I'm saying?
But she don't pick them. She don't pick them right because some of them don't even know to just wait the time out.
I'm just saying. I don't understand.
I don't know about these cats, man.
I don't understand about sweating somebody like this. I understand that it takes two parents to raise a child. However, if one of them parents ain't doing what they supposed to do, and no, it's not fair. I'm not saying it's fair that you should have to raise a child by yourself. I'm just saying if my daughter's mother was supposed to come get my child and she flaked, I'm not calling her like, where you at? Come get her.
I just adjust and move on and take care of what needs to be taken care of in front of
me. Now, when you call me next time, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not rearranging nothing. I ain't moving nothing.
I'm gonna operate.
That's how I'm gonna treat you. I'm gonna treat you like you might not show up, so you are plan B. If I ain't got nothing else going, because I'm not gonna stop what I got going to let you kick it with the child you be standing up.
Yeah, I feel you.
So Knox is proposing. So Knox is proposing to the ladies out here who are maybe in this situation. All of that arguing with the father, or some guys arguing with the mother when they do not operate in a manner in which you think is fulfilling and fitting for your children in a way that a responsible parent should. Don't worry about them. Worry about your child.
Here's the reason.
Make and move adjustments accordingly and let them be. Let them be.
Amaria says he should have communicated, period. Communicated.
No, absolutely. No, for sure. 1000%. Yeah, but what I'm saying is once he does not show up, I'm not sweating nobody. Like I'm not sweating you because I don't feel my child is safe with you. Because if you love them, you come get them when you're supposed to, like you're supposed to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Why you can't make somebody operate and move like you would move or you would want them to operate. You have to deal with people upon what they've shown you, their level of consciousness, their level of capability. Once they show you, you deal with them upon experience and knowledge. Now, and not saying you can't forgive people, but if they start to shift and show different on a consistent basis, then you can move accordingly. But ain't no need for you to fuss, argue, fight, write down a list, complain, get on Facebook and demean, because that's not going to get you your desired change.
Facts.
Yeah. And Miss Nisi says, I agree with Knox.
As you should, because I'm always right. Thank you, baby. I appreciate
that. So that was my crazy day story, you know, and it was quite interesting, you know.
Hey, Nisi.
Yeah. But yeah, we at our little halfway mark. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a brief break. We will be right back. Here's a message from our sponsors. Jam out to some music and we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. We'll see you in a second.
Trying to take off. Started with a shirt she was trying to take off. A few days at work, now she trying to take off. Get down, little mama, go ahead. She bad. Get down, little mama, go ahead. She bad. Get down, little mama, go ahead. She bad. Fly down, little mama, go ahead. She bad. Her shirt Came off like a playmate. Told her mama give me wine like some fine grapes. Had a body like a figure eight. I asked for some tiger head and she said great. Got your chick chopped like judo. Calling to go straight to voicemail, you know. Floor seats at the Bucks game. Lil' mama foreign, she don't know a Buck name. I told baby meet Brandon, and BJ told Shorty meet D Mitch. D Mitch told baby girl that we rich. Dead fresh crew hoodie with a fly fitted. Knox rolled her loud up, let the ladies hit it. She never heard of John Legend, but she getting lifted. If she find that could pearl a joint, I call her gifted. Get hot, start some mischief.
You trying to take off, don't even know my name.
Welcome back. I hope y'all enjoyed that brief break that we had. We want to give a shout out to our sponsors today. We want to give a special shout out to Timmy Cobb's Fitness and to Blitzed Out, Lashed Out. Thank you so much for your partnership and support. We appreciate y'all. So continue to show the love. All of y'all on here, go check out Bliss Lashed Out and Timmy Cobb's Fitness on their social media platforms. They have amazing services offered for all of you all. So definitely go out and support.
Yeah, listen, if you're in the Dallas area and you still got glue on your eyelashes, please contact Blitz Lash Out. My niece gonna take care of you. She got that good work. Check her out on the gram.
No, for real.
She got that good work. Check her out on the gram. Listen, I'm telling you. So if you got glue, because I'm speaking for real ones when I say this. We don't like the glue. We are anti-glue. We don't like it.
Yeah, so when you go and he said when you go to Bliss Lashed Out, if you put use hashtag ISITWED, you receive $10 off a full set.
What?
Look at that.
So
$10 off a full set.
ISITWED. Is it Wednesday? You know what I'm saying? So is it WED to receive $10 off a full set?
Shout out.
Give a clap for that. Give a clap for that.
Hey. And if you tell her I'm your favorite person on the show, she gonna give you a high five because that's the truth.
I swear he trying to steal your spot, Butler. He want to steal your spot so bad.
Hey man, you know what?
Steal your spot so bad,
what, man. And hey man, that's the greatest form of flattery. And so
I like battles I can't win. I know I'm never gonna win that battle. So I'm gonna fight every week.
It's the journey. It's the journey.
It's gonna make me a better human in the long run.
Y'all are crazy. Y'all are crazy.
All right, man. What y'all? You know what? I'm so happy how I got past that. But what's the next thing we got?
So since we on the topic of dates, there's this viral video going on of this woman that was upset that her date took her to the Cheesecake Factory. Y'all all seen that video?
I ain't seen the video. I just seen the post of the 30 places you're not supposed to take women.
Oh God, ridiculous.
Well, I seen it.
So,
I did.
I want to know: is there a dollar cap for a first date? And what type of experience are you looking to have during this date?
Butler, we're gonna, since I went first on the first topic, we're gonna let you go ahead and roll in because we know you a big baller and we know you like to spoil them. So go ahead and tell us how you do it on your first date.
He got money.
I'm just totally flabbergasted and taken aback right now. I receive and claim all that you said. You know what I'm saying? Because those are all positive things,
We know how you do it.
I am rich.
Homie.
And I do spoil what, and I will and strive to spoil what's mine.
Come on, speak it into existence.
We like to hear that. Okay,
man, come on, man.
We like to hear that.
Hey, both parts, the rich part and what's yours. Speak them both into existence,
man. Come on, man.
Spoil was his though. Keyword.
What's mine? So that leads me to say, if we going on a first date,
she not yours.
She ain't yours.
Don't make you mine. Oh. And so therefore, have y'all ever noticed that people who are wealthy and well off, they have this thing called a budget? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so they things have to have a reason to be to make a large investment in. I'll make a sensible investment in a first date, but that is going to be predicated on what conversation is like. If you're someone, if we have like beliefs and values, and we have some interests that align, because first dates are going to be at places that I like.
Okay.
Period. And hopefully, that's part of the process. If you tend to enjoy yourself and you like it too, and it was good, then we can continue on, and that shows you that we're on the same equilibrium, or at least we have some commonality from a very fundamental area. So there is I guess to answer your question, I would say yes, there is a limit to it, because who's going to go out and just spend an exuberant amount of money on really essentially a stranger?
I'll tell you.
Let's read this comment here.
All I can tell you is I ain't one of them.
I can tell you. Listen, I'll tell you.
Let's get No Country Show with JD. And
No Country Show.
Shout out.
Says Roy Wood Jr. says it don't matter where you go in a first date. If y'all married, y'all going to all them places on that list anyway.
Which is we like, why you taking them off the list? So you ready to start high and downgrade so you can complain and start acting like we don't do what we used to do. Say, man, watch out now.
Listen, let me tell you something. This is my 2 cents. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
So people who date people out of their league spend ridiculous amounts of money the first time they go out. Because that means that you aren't confident in what you bring to the table. So you got to go do extra shit to secure your spot. Listen, one thing I know about women are cheap. If women really, really, really fuck with you, they'll spend their money on you. If they really fuck with you. That is something I know about women. So like a woman who is talking about where she is not going on the first date is not really dating you. She is going on a date and you are the plus one. You feel what I'm saying? So like there was a point in time when I used to date and my dating mentality was I'm going somewhere and I'm taking you with me. We're not going on a date. I want to go eat at this restaurant. I'm not finna go by myself. You free? Come on, let's go.
That's not a date though. That's not a first date.
No, but
he
what
said
I'm saying,
to him, that's what's a date.
That is though. That is.
That's not what we're talking about.
But why not though, right? Why am I not setting the premise? It's my date.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm gonna do. Listen, I'm gonna go do some shit I want to do because
I can agree with that.
Enjoy myself. There are a lot of pretty women with no personality.
No,
so,
and I think that's a part of us getting to know the person and making sure there's some alignment there. Let me go do something I enjoy doing that they maybe haven't done. Go to a place they hadn't gone and see if they enjoy themselves or if it's the type of atmosphere that they would be comfortable in. If not, that's a telling sign. If so, that's a telling sign. What is did we read Nisi's what was the comment before? I guess
we didn't, but we can go back to it. She said
Miss Nisi,
I think people should date within their financial means personally. I don't think a person should go to a high-end restaurant on a first date just to impress someone on a first date. I absolutely agree with you, Nisi. I actually have a very strong ideal of what first dates should be because I feel like it kind of eliminates a lot of mess. And I feel like these type of dates, it's not a lot of money spent. You know, I personally feel like first dates is you just meeting a person and you wanting to get to know this person. Y'all want to get out and spend some time together, right? That's the goal of a first date, right?
I want to go.
So I feel like day dates. I feel like they should be in the day when the sun is high in the sky. It's beautiful. There are so many activities that you can do in the day that are not expensive. You can find a cute little cafe somewhere. Now, if this is somebody that you're interested in, and you listen to this woman talk, most times when women are talking, we say what we like all the time. If you're listening to us, when we talking to you, we say what we like all the time. Take heed to the things we say, plan a date around the things that we say. If we say we like art, say plan a date at the museum. Art museum costs what, $15 to get in? Take her to the art museum. After the art museum, take her to a cute little cafe around the corner and have some lunch. Sit there and talk and get to know her. First dates do not have to be expensive. They need to be thought out and planned out. That is what makes the difference, I feel like, with first dates. And I feel like nowadays people don't do that. They want to go out and spend the most money and try to prove that they have something or they somebody that they really not. And I just feel like that's ridiculous.
Knox, what'd you call them? What's their name? Did you have a singular name for those that do that?
What did he call them?
I just call them people who date people out their league.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just feel like first date's supposed to be simple because it's really about getting to know if you even like this person. You don't know if you really even like this person. So you should not be spending a bunch of money on a person that you do not know. A $200, $300 date is absolutely ridiculous.
Man, I'm gonna go on that. On that note, well, I wish I'm mad right now.
That's ridiculous. That's crazy.
With no stick.
Wait, time out. Wait a minute.
You bet not.
Wait a minute, though. In fairness, it depends on where you're going.
Well, T.I. said it ain't tricking if you got it. So
but there's a
camp that because 200 to 300 may be.
What I'm saying is it depends.
That's a lot of money.
No, but what I'm saying is it depends on what we're doing.
I mean, if you go to like a concert or something like that, I can see you spending $300 on some tickets. Probably
Here's
even
what
more.
I'm saying. I'm not gonna go do some shit I wouldn't normally do the first date just to do some shit you want to do. I don't even know if I like you.
But that's what it is. It's kind of like coming together and kind of mushing what y'all both like y'all can be in the best atmosphere.
But that might not happen though. That might not happen.
In fairness, Shawan, you just said it just needs to be well thought out.
Exactly. Right. That's why I say if you listening to a person and she say like, "Oh, you know what? I like this kind of stuff." Blah blah blah.
Why are y'all talking like we're dealing with sensible people here? We already know that the damn problem is the internet, and everybody think they should be flued out somewhere. Everybody think that the date should be going on a cruise or going on a trip or going Caribbean or doing something.
You shouldn't get flued out if you ain't gonna. You shouldn't get flued out if you ain't gonna bust it open.
All right, let's read this. Let's read this comment right here.
If you ain't gonna bust it open.
2 more years.
2 more years. Go ahead, Butler.
Hold on. No, 2 more years till Western syllabus. What is it?
Can you say civilization, sir? Can you say it?
I couldn't say civil. I couldn't say it.
That's a tongue twister of a name.
Yeah, is it really? Yeah. Is it
2 more years? Okay, go ahead, Knox.
I'm not fucking with it. I'm leaving you alone.
All right, man. 2 more years till Western civilization collapses. It says women are the ones who are the gatekeepers to sex and relationships. I disagree with the second part, which means they generally control the dating market. Society has definitely established that, which means they have the market power to demand the dollar amount.
Listen,
I see the logic in the straight line feeling of that. I just rather argue
it works.
Like
what'd you say about
Knox? No, I was going to say gatekeepers to sex. Yes, but I think men are really gatekeepers to relationships. Like
I agree with that,
the way that it's set up, we propose.
I think that just depends on who's the strong person in the relationship. Because some relationships are led by women and they are better off that way.
No, I'm talking about not necessarily lead. I'm not talking about the dynamics of it, but initiating it and being there.
Yes.
Men typically are the drivers of that portion of it. In my opinion. Even an ugly, horribly built, bad snaggertooth, who did it and why come, aka Alice the Goon, aka the Wicked Witch of the West. aka the what was her name? The Wicked Witch on the Wiz. Angathina, whatever her name was. They can look like that and they can get some leg from a dude. Do you hear me? Don't matter. Yeah. They get pregnant, they can have kids, they have baby daddies. But on the flip side, that's a rarity for men. So women are the gatekeepers of sex. But being in a relationship, laying down your life, saying, okay, I'm gonna be responsible for your well-being, your upkeep, and I'm gonna work so I can make your life better. That's relationship, and men tend to drive that.
So Miss Nisi says, yep, she's auditioning to see what's your wallet offers her. Yeah, I agree with that, sis. She trying to see
Tell
what's
it
going
on them, Nisi.
Trying to see what that pocket do. Exactly, sis. 100, sis. You know, we here. And then 2 more years until Western civilization collapse. Also says only 10% of men are the true gatekeepers to relationships. Average men have to initiate relationships. She has the right to say yes or no. Okay. Okay. I think that
he put out a statistic, but men.
I think it may be higher. Maybe that is the number, but I feel like men
that's not even a measure.
Are the gatekeepers to relationships? Because for me and my personal experience, like I will never take a man. If I have to pursue a man and ask him if he wants to be in a relationship with me, I would never take him seriously. Like because I was raised that a man is supposed to be like. We all know when a man wants something, he coming for it. Okay, if he wants you, he gonna let you know.
Listen,
he gonna let you know. So if a man, I could never really believe that he was into me. Like I would never.
This is what you're saying.
If I had to initiate the relationship, I would never believe it.
This is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Right? You've dealt with a lot of men, right? Right?
No, but enough.
I'm saying like enough, right? That's what I'm saying. Enough, right? You know what I mean? Come on now. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful.
I know you wasn't, but I just wanted to clarify.
Cool. I appreciate that, but there was no disrespect. I didn't mean. Yeah, you know what? That sounded bad. I'm sorry that I said.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
My bad.
You know why I'm laughing, Doc? That sound that reminded me of something. That reminded me of something, bro.
Oh, I don't even want to know.
Oh, I mean, you know, you didn't mean that.
But I don't understand like I don't think I understand I don't understand why a woman going after something she wants isn't a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, the reason I was saying like how many men do you know that you've dated could work on cars? Right? Could all the men you date work on cars?
I don't know.
I'm saying, right? Like it's not a common skill. Mechanics are mechanics, right? You could date a nigga, but every nigga who got a car can't work on one, right? Every nigga who owns a sink can't fix it, right?
Okay.
You with me?
Mm-hmm.
Every man ain't a hunter.
Right. Okay.
Every man ain't made to go out there and go catch the woman he wants. Sometimes men, that shit has to fall in their lap. Now,
well, that's not the man that I want.
Now,
I don't want that man.
Let me continue what I'm saying. The man that you want the experienced hunter. Right? You want the nigga who is gonna come out there and go, yeah, I'm coming after it. That's the nigga you're gonna have the problems with. That's the nigga because that's the nigga who hunts. No, you think he gonna stop hunting when he catch you?
Adrian.
Who said that the nigga that I choose and go after is not gonna be out here letting other women go after him and letting himself be hunted? So don't try to play it now.
Which number is more likely? Which number is more likely? What's more likely? A man getting hit on by a woman or a woman getting hit on by a man?
Likely. Any number where a man going off and doing something is more likely.
Well, which one is more likely though? Is a man getting hollered at by a woman more likely than a woman getting hollered at by a man?
Well, of course, a woman getting hollered at by a man is more likely.
Therefore, if you go after the one that you want, right, then you may not even have to worry about that level of competition because somebody else might not even want that nigga.
No. I mean, I can understand why you feel that way, but I do not feel that way.
How do you understand?
If a man is not pursuing me and letting me know that he wants me in that way, then I have no choice other than to believe that he do not want me in that way. Period.
Wait a minute. So let's itemize.
So women are the gatekeepers, but men got to open the doors.
Yes. Just like with marriage. I mean, crazy. Marriage is up to a man. Marriage is up to a man. A man has to propose for marriage to happen. There are women that propose. There are women that propose, and that shit lame as hell. Get your ass up. Stand up. Get your ass up off the ground proposing to that goddamn man. But no, a man proposes marriage. That's what a man does. Period. Like, let's keep this shit together. Let's keep this shit the way it's supposed to be now. All right? Step your game up, buddy. If you can't approach women, step your game up.
What does that look like, though? Hold on. 2 more years. 2 more years till Western civilization. Listen, 2 more years till Western civilization.
You can't get it.
I don't even know why he keeps fucking trying. It's like take number 12. Like, why is he still trying to nigga practice and do this shit again next week when he's coming?
Hey, 2 more years. He got to come back because I got to be able to hit it. I'm going to work on this.
He says you want the man to be into you more than you want you to be into him, which proves my point. It basically puts women in the power position to be that gatekeeper.
Get her.
I disagree.
So 2 more years until Western civilization collapse. Are you saying that you're saying that you want the man to be more into the woman? That's what women want. Women want the man.
No, that's women. Women want the men to be more
into them. And actually, that is a fact that if the man is
don't work
into the woman, then that relationship will go better.
Them relationships don't work. Them relationships don't work.
She ain't gonna respect him.
Relationship.
So what she gonna do? She gonna run into Shawan's man, who's a hunter. and get scooped up and be in the stable with her.
Cause she's like, oh my God, my man doesn't hunt. I don't know how to control myself.
Listen. If my man is going and hunting elsewhere, then he ain't my man. Period. He also says men have to propose. But it puts women in a position to say yes or no. That's literally what a gatekeeper is. That's facts.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, he says the ladies are the gatekeep. They the gatekeepers. I'll give you to the relationship or to marriage. But most of the time, a dude is not going to propose unless he know he's going to get a yes.
That's exactly right.
That's not true.
A man gonna propose to a woman that he really feel like is his wife.
Okay, you're right. We're not going to argue. We're not going to argue anomalies.
I said you're right.
I heard you right, but I hear you. We're not going to argue the anomalies. There's an exception to every rule that we speak on here. So we know we're talking about majority movements, majority things that we've experienced and seen in our society. Even though it is so fun and tantalizing to skirt out into those far boardwalks of circumstance, as I like to call them. But for this one right here, we know that men most of the time are not even going to ask unless they know. But we got a few of them out there. Yeah. We got a few that be jumping out in the street.
Women, stop proposing to men. Y'all get your asses up.
I disagree. If you find the one you want, go on get him. Don't listen to Shawan.
You've been in a relationship with this man for 5 years, and he know you want to be married, and he has not proposed to you. He don't want to marry you.
Adrian. Here's the thing, though, Adrian.
Marrying is a business decision. That's a business decision. That ain't love.
She may not. I understand you're not getting on the knee and proposing, but women propose in different ways. They will make it known that this is. I know women that have put ultimatums. Ultimatums down, not like, well, we getting married to this. They like, but it can be very polite. It can be like they're talking about marriage a lot, or they start insinuating that they want to be in a certain type of relationship, and if that's not it, that's what they're looking for, and they're just preparing you to that they're going to move on. So dudes be knowing, y'all be making it happen one way or the other. Y'all just didn't went to the extreme because y'all want to be men so bad. Y'all want to get on the knee.
Some women want to be men so bad. Don't say that. Some women want to be men. And I don't even think they want to be men. I think they just want to have control.
I just now walked on the boardwalk of anomalies.
Yeah, I think there's women that just want to have control of a situation.
It's a lot of y'all.
Not necessarily want to be a
lot
man.
of anomalies. It's a generation of anomalies. Out there. 2 more years till Western civilization collapses.
Oh, you did it.
Oh, and he says the top 10% of men that women really want, those men don't want them.
Amen.
But if you think of it, those 10% of men are the true gatekeepers in comparison to the regular men that do all the chasing. Now that right there, that was some Mike Tyson.
Nailed it.
Yeah, that was some Clubber Lane on Rocky, the first fight type hit right there. That was
top 10% of men. That's a hell of a man right there. I mean, as far as like finances and
the hunters of the world.
Yeah,
the hunters of the world.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Them
hey.
dudes ain't hunting, they slaying. They ain't hunting.
They definitely they
slaying.
probably not the and they probably not the
picking.
marriage material
They
either.
not
They
even
not that's
hunting,
not
they
the guy that
picking.
you want to marry. That's not the
Yeah,
guy
they're
that you want to
No,
marry.
that's not. Listen, all marriages ain't perfect. However, dating a nigga who might cheat on you might be better than living life by yourself, especially if that nigga's a wealthy individual, or vice versa. Even with a woman, you know what I'm saying?
Some women
Some
choose
women
that
had a
sugar mama.
freedom. Some women had a freedom. Some women come and
Some
go as they
people,
please.
some had it. They
Yeah.
cool with being the side chick. They cool with being the mistress. Some of them are.
I don't
Yeah,
even
because
know
they
if that
getting that
makes you.
coin. Because they
I
getting that coin.
don't even know if that makes you the mistress. Does that make you the mistress? What makes you?
Amaria says, "What? What do you mean, baby girl? What?"
Yeah, that was yeah. What?
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm just saying, like listen, I get it. Shawan is very, very traditional.
Yes.
And I respect that. However, I'm just saying
I
for those
beg to differ.
for those of you women who like to do your own hunting, don't let Shawan shame you. Go on and hunt, girl.
Do what you do, girl. Do
Go
what
on,
you
get
do,
your
girl.
bow and
But I am
arrow.
not. I'm not gonna be on your Instagram post cheering for you if I see you on one knee
I
proposing
am.
to a
I
Dusty
am.
that ain't proposed to you in 5 years. Okay, ma'am.
But she got married. She
Get
got
it
what she
together.
wanted.
She
Ain't
just only
it about
engaged.
the destination?
She only engaged. She ain't married yet.
I thought it
And
was
she
about the
ain't married yet.
destination. Listen, if
She
she
ain't married
proposed
yet.
to you, she get married.
I thought it was the journey.
Ugh. What the hell? Oh my God.
I thought it was the
Oh,
journey.
I could
Is it? I'm asking the
I would
viewers.
be
Put a
like,
one. If it's what's important, the destination or the journey. If the journey is the important thing, put a 1 in the chat. If it's the destination, put the
listen.
2.
The journey is just as important as the destination. Okay, so
No, which one is more important, y'all? Which one is more impactful?
Amaria Chanel
The
says
destination.
staying
I
with
don't give a
somebody,
fuck how we get there. Did we
staying
get
with
there?
He
someone
say the journey.
who might
The journey
cheat
for
because
1,
they have money is
destination for
crazy.
2.
It is crazy, Amaria, but the
Staying with somebody who might cheat.
patriarchy wants women to
Hey,
accept
stop it! Stop
men
it!
because they have money. That is just the way the system and
No, that's
society is set
no, because
up.
the way
And
society
it's true.
was,
It literally is.
listen,
We as women, we know it's bullshit, but it's literally how it is.
it is.
You know,
Listen, time out. That is not fair. Calling other people cultures bullshit because you don't live in it is not fair. That's
the
not fair.
patriarchy is
Listen
literally
what I'm
set up
saying
that
to you
way.
though. But I'm saying
Yes,
there
unload that, Knox.
are plenty of countries, right, who don't do typical marriage, right? Whether it's polygamy or whatever it is you do, that shit works. If you can afford it, it works. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You could bash it, but at the end of the day, right? Like, as crazy as it sounds, is your happiness more important than how people feel about your happiness? Right? Like, you could sit here and talk shit about me because my woman cheats on me all day, but I'm be like, but I'm on a yacht and I can't hear you talking shit about me because my woman takes care of me. Even when she's not here, I'm taken care of. I'm good.
And
You
we
feel what
have
I'm
to-
saying?
and we have
I'm just
to
keeping
take
it a buck.
heed. That's more than a buck. That's
I'm just
a
keeping it
100
a
of them
buck.
lined up, ironed out, washed in there, washed clean, because we all have to. There are different cultures, like Knox said,
Yeah.
and they work. You know why? Because there's a belief and a support behind that. What we have to look at ourselves and say, okay, that ain't what I was programmed to think was a healthy relationship or how I was supposed to follow.
Listen.
But if it works for them, then we got to go on about our business. So if a woman proposing, or if there's an arranged marriage, or is it polygamy, or they have some ancient groups where there's a woman and she has several men, several husbands.
Right.
Okay, but we're not talking about those other cultures. We talk about American culture. We talk about the vows that you take when you get married.
I haven't taken those vows. I haven't taken those vows.
Others.
I haven't
The
taken those
vow
vows.
says you forsake all others.
I haven't taken those vows. I haven't taken
You
those
haven't.
vows.
I
Right.
have and Butler have. That's what the vows say. It say you forsake all others. So you're saying that there's a clause that say if this person got money, then they can cheat. Like, no, that doesn't.
I think
this is what I'm saying.
I think just like the vows, you're decreeing that vow, and you can make any damn edits to it that you would like to.
Yeah.
That's the real crux of it. The ring
That's
don't make
what Miss
anybody
Niecy
act a
just
certain
basically
way.
said.
Don't nothing make a person act a certain way except that person. Like ultimately, and I know we're at our time, ultimately decisions, relationships are decisions. It ain't even a feeling, because feelings are going to come and go. To love somebody or to say I'm committing myself to them and I'm going to treat them a certain way in an agreement that we made, that's just a decision you make.
Listen, if you can explain the difference between love and business, right? Then your woman should understand that getting married is a business decision, right? Like
getting married is definitely a business decision.
And this is what I mean by that. I can make a bad business decision and marry you, and we can struggle because we married, right? Or I can say, listen, just let me get right. And when I get right, I'll marry you. But I gotta get right.
Niecy.
I gotta be able to do these things the way that I need to do them in order for them to work the way that I need them to work. So, like a lot of times, women feel like, well, if you love me, you would marry me. No, well, what if your credit is 400? I do love you, baby, but I don't want to attach my last name to that 400 credit.
Your financial literacy is,
because this is what I'm saying, right? Yeah. I would hate to hear that if I had a grandmother who had a decision, right, whether being married to somebody wealthy who was going to take care of them and cheat on them, and that money was going to be passed down, or for my grandmother to have morals and be like, no, we just going to keep this thing rolling. I need her to take one for the team. Because I would. I'm trying to tell you, I would take one for the team. Now,
well, I feel like using grandmothers.
Yeah, but hold on. But if you
well,
don't,
marriage is different back then anyway. I feel like marriage was different back then anyway.
But if you don't run into that,
because women,
marriage was different back then. Like men married a woman because they needed to have children and they wanted someone to be at home raising their children. They wanted to have that support. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to have that, and women had to marry men to be supported because they couldn't get jobs. They couldn't make money any other way.
Yes.
So they had to do it.
Yeah.
So
1000%.
So what you saying?
But now that we don't live in that,
leave each other alone since we all can make our own money. So
no, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that marriage should be a business and a love decision.
It's a business decision. I ain't a love
decision. It is a business decision because at the end of the day, you signing a contract.
But you try to find some things that you like that are non-monetary and
but you want
technical. Here's my question. Here's my question to you, Shawan.
Well, I've exercised that bone, so I'm
if I really love you and you really love me, why do we have to bring the government into our love for me to prove it?
True. I can see that. Because what women say is, well, you get into these issues with the property. No, you can go to a lawyer, you can get an estate done.
You can draw all that up.
All that can be drawn.
And you can have a contract.
And you just don't have them people in your business. That's all it means.
And in that way you
it solidifies it. It makes it so like your wife and your husband. I don't want to be calling somebody my partner for the rest of my life. You're gonna be my husband. Like
you can call him your husband.
You're not gonna be my partner. No, you can't.
Yes,
no, you can't.
I don't understand why titles are that important in that lane if we are handling business.
So you rather have a title than a true love? Adrian?
She would. That's what she said.
Okay, hold on. That's the topic for next. That's the topic for next week because we got to.
When did I say that? I didn't say I'd rather have a title than true love, but I'm saying like I want a husband though. Like if I'm gonna be with somebody and settle down with somebody and be with somebody for a long ass time, I would prefer for it to be my actual husband.
It's 9:33.
It's 9:33. Okay, let's read this last comment. From 2 more years until Western civilization collapse. More women are going to college, less men are getting high paying jobs they used to get. Plus, divorce court and family courts are anti-male. Where's the patriarchy? I don't see it. I mean, every situation is different, but we know that women are groomed to kind of have certain type of beliefs.
Women want you to propose to them. So if it don't work out, they can say, "Nigga, you wanted to marry me. I'm trying to tell you."
Oh my gosh!
Ace in the back pocket.
Oh
I'm
my
trying
gosh!
to tell you, that's the best.
No,
why we get married? If you didn't want to be with me, why you propose to me?
No, absolutely not, guys.
All right.
He wanted me, girl.
Absolutely not. On that note, I don't even know how we got all the way on this topic. We was talking about some.
We got one for next week because I need to find out.
We had a
Is
great
it
show.
business?
That's why.
Is it business or not?
So
Because you just
okay,
said,
we can put
no,
that.
I
we can
want
put
the
that on the
title.
list as a
Title?
topic for the next show.
Do,
Yeah,
or do
Butler,
you want
'cause
the
you don't-
title
you
or the
don't-
tickle?
You don't
want the title or the tickle?
You so stupid.
You can't. No, you won't. You won't both. Okay.
You
I'm
want
only
the
marrying
title or the
somebody if
tickle?
I love them. I'm only really marrying somebody if I love them, knowing that it is a contract. Like I want to. Here's the thing: I want to make sure I'm marrying somebody that I can do business with, but I also want to love them with all my heart.
No, you don't. No, you
yes,
don't.
I do. Yes, I do. Because if I don't love you, I ain't gonna stay with you long. It's not gonna last. It's
Why
not
you
gonna
even with him
last.
in the first place?
It's not gonna last. I gotta love you, boy. On that note, we want to thank you all for joining us tonight on Is It Wednesday Yet podcast. We also want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Bliss Lashed Out and Timmy Cobbs Fitness. Thank you so much for your partnership. We hope to work with you in the future over and over again. Shout out to BS3 Network for hosting us. Shout out to you, Ben. We appreciate you. Make sure you follow Is It Wednesday Yet podcast on all of our social media platforms, IG and TikTok. Make sure you follow us individually to catch
Facebook
up
group
with any
too.
update. Oh, our Facebook group as well. Is It Wednesday Yet? Follow us individually to see what we got going on in our lives. Thank you again for being here today and your support. We'll see you next week. Out.
Fat boy, king of club with a case of spades. Your girl in my section like she need a place to stay. Rolling up so much you
See everybody talking like they doing what we doing, but these brothers is rare and they ain't moving like we moving. And everywhere we go, when we walking, women choosing. Don't hate, it's alright. So don't hate, it's alright. So don't hate.
We ended the stream.